Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu indicated that reprisals against Iran could be imminent. The U.S. threatens to halt arms shipments to Israel, and the Israelis continue their incursion into Lebanon, all just weeks before the U.S. presidential election. Will Israel limit potential strikes against Iran to only military targets? For answers, we go to foreign policy expert and author of Iran, an Imperialist Republic and U.S. Policy, Dr. Walid Phares. Walid, thank you for being here. On Tuesday, the U.S. wrote to Israel's government giving it 30 days to urgently boost humanitarian aid access in Gaza or face having some U.S. military arms assistance cut off. The letter, which calls on Israel to end the isolation of northern Gaza, is the strongest known warning from the Biden administration to Israel. And on Wednesday, Prime Minister Netanyahu told President Biden in their first phone call in months that Israel would target Iran's military infrastructure, not its nuclear or petroleum sites. This in retaliation for the missile strikes launched in Israel earlier this month by Iran. Walid, what do you think the Israeli reaction will be like, and how will Israel respond to this pressure by the U.S.?
Well, this pressure, Raymond, is not new. This is part of the old Obama administration pressures on Israel and then renewed in 2021 by the Biden administration, but renewed again after October the 7th. The bottom line, Raymond, is that this pressure is connected directly to the Iran deal. We all know, you and I have discussed many times, that money has been sent, $150 billion. Some money may have came back and funded some of the Iran lobby, Iran Islamic regime lobby. And that is the reason why there is this inexplicable pressure on Israel to, allow Hamas to survive, because that's what it is about. Israel is allowing human resources to go to Gaza. What that ceasefire is about is to stop, allow Hamas to survive, and then maybe invite them to some table of negotiation. It's a no-go for the Israelis and even for the Arabs who also are against Hamas. But when it comes to Iran and the attacks, potential attacks by Israel on the regime, I think that the idea of targeting only the military and only that nerve center of the regime will allow this. It will allow the Iranian people to rise. And that's really how we're going to end that war, not just by military means.
Walid, the Israelis have proved rather creative in their tactical responses to Hamas and these other terrorist organizations. What do you expect to see coming from Israel, and when?
Military to military, Israel has a technological edge. We've seen this. I mean, we've seen things we haven't even thought about, like the war waged by Israel in reaction to Hezbollah constant bombardment of Israel, including the pager issue, the talkie-walkie issue, and of course the way they target very, very like in a surgery, the leadership of Hezbollah and their depots, not just in southern suburb and other controlled areas by Hezbollah, but across Lebanon. So this is huge tactical victories and advantage by the Israelis. But at the end of the day, should it be in Lebanon or in Iran, at the end of the process of an Israeli, victory over the technology of these two rogue forces, you need to have the people with you. Lebanon has 70% of its population against Hezbollah. They showed us, you and I discussed it, all these demonstrations, the Cedars Revolution. This is where the United States should be focusing on. Instead of putting pressure on Israel, they should be putting pressure on Hezbollah, on the Islamic regime in Iran, and let the society decide for the future of these countries.
On Tuesday, Israeli government spokesman David Mencer spoke about the Terminal High Altitude Area Defense System, the THAAD defense system. That's an American anti-ballistic missile defense. And in fact, we have the sound. We'll play some of this for you.
Israel has never asked for American boots on the ground. These U.S. personnel will be operating the THAAD missile defense system, which is able to shoot out of the sky from very high altitudes these Iranian missiles, which Iran is threatening us with.
Walid, do you anticipate involvement from U.S. troops in the region or troops from other countries to support Israel against Iran? And can Israel continue to go it alone? Obviously, United States personnel is going to be needed to operate this THAAD system.
All depend on who is going to be with whom. If Israel and the U.S. are and will be probably with the next administration completely integrated in their response to the Islamic regime, Hezbollah, Hamas, and others, then that would be the maximum. They could work with freedom together, counterattack or defense. That's up to them. We're not there yet. Current administration, going by the books of the partnership between the United States and Israel, are installing all these anti-aircraft, anti-missile like the THAAD and others in Israel only if Israel is attacked by the regime. Only if Israel is attacked by the regime. So that's something, it's actually a protection above the Israeli protection. But if Israel goes outside Israeli airspace or territory, into Hezbollah, into Iran itself to engage with the Islamic regime, or in Syria, or in Yemen, this is an area that the United States under this administration is not going to help Israel. Israel knows it, but what it would be concerning to us is the fact that even that defensive measure could be abolished, stopped by a Harris administration if she's the one to win the elections, and that's what would be very concerning for Israel and the Arab moderates. For now, the U.S. is doing as much as it can within the partnership with Israel in the defensive mode, not in the offensive mode.
We saw last Sunday the deadly attack by Hezbollah against an army base deep inside Israeli territory. 4 soldiers were killed, more than 60 others injured, 8 of them seriously, bringing the total of Israeli Defense Forces soldiers killed since the start of the ground operation 2 weeks ago to at least 18. Walid, Israel is still fighting Hamas in Palestine while engaging Hezbollah in Lebanon. Can they mount a full-blown attack on Iran at the same time? 3 theaters at once.
Actually, they can. We saw what they've done throughout history, right? During the Six-Day War, they were fighting the Egyptians in the Sinai, and the Egyptians were at the time on the offensive. The Syrians from Damascus on the Golan Heights, and they were still fighting the PLO. At that time, of course, the Jordanian forces, they could do 3. They did it in 1973 as well, and they were in a very difficult posture. Yes, they can, but it's very costly. So that's why factor time is important for the Israelis. That's why they're taking their time with Hezbollah, diminishing their capabilities. Yes, you mentioned in your intro that Hezbollah is targeting bases in Israel, but if you compare the losses on both sides, Hezbollah is headless today. But at the end of the day, I keep saying that Israel can do as much as it can if it has the United States with her and other allies, including Arab allies. There is no doubt about it that they will defeat the regime in Iran and Hezbollah and the other militias.
Israeli President Isaac Herzog visited the northern cities of Haifa and Kiryat Bialik on Tuesday. He warned Lebanon that it is paying the price for the actions of Hezbollah. At least 21 people have been killed and 8 others injured in an Israeli airstrike in northern Lebanon, according to Lebanese health ministry. The strike hit a residential building in a predominantly Christian village, Walid. Describe for our viewers the situation in Lebanon and what is the state of the Christian community there, if you know.
That's an excellent question. It will going to allow me to explain many things, but in very short timing. So number one, when the Israeli speaks about Lebanon, they don't mean actually the country of Lebanon, which has like Christians and Sunni and Druze and Shia. They are specifically talking about Hezbollah-controlled regime or government in Lebanon. And we see it in the media, widespread. Lebanon has been attacked. Lebanon is responding. It's not Lebanon. The government in Lebanon is controlled by Hezbollah. It's like France in World War II under Nazi occupation. We wouldn't say France, it was German occupation or Nazi occupation. So that's what's happening in Lebanon. Now, the incidents of actually Israelis striking inside the Christian area, which is of concern to the Christian world, and it's not against Christian cities and villages. It's against Hezbollah cells have occupied those areas. So the population in those areas are occupied or are oppressed or suppressed or infiltrated by Hezbollah. And what Israel is targeting within Christian areas, within Druze areas or Sunni areas, are not these communities. These are occupied. They're basically concentrating on Hezbollah presence in those places.
Walid, the Biden-Harris administration has given Iran, as you mentioned earlier, billions of dollars, including as part of that prisoner swap earlier this year. And is the U.S. in effect financing this attack on Israel? Your thoughts on what the next U.S. president also might have to unravel, no matter who takes the White House?
Sorry, I tweeted on this. Yes, indeed. Us or this administration transferring money to the regime, the Khomeini's regime, billions of dollars. Where do you think those billions of dollars are going? To reform the economy of Iran, the education of Iran, to move the country towards peace and Abraham Accord? Like, no, they have been funding, first of all, these militias. So the weapons that was bought by the Iranians, produced by the Iranians, was financed by the money that we send them. So I even argue that the attack by Hamas against Israel on October 7 got its money from the money we released to the regime, which is something crazy, I would say, because that same money, that same organization is connected to jihadists who are targeting U.S. personnel in Iraq, in Syria, and eventually through our southern borders, it's coming back to bite us, to kill us.
Walid, you recently attended the National Union for Democracy in Iran, a conference in D.C., where you called for a full overhaul of U.S. policy toward Iran. Briefly, what should that policy be?
Absolutely. When we're going to have another administration, there are very specific things that the next administration need to do, even faster than in the first administration. Because if you have a Harris administration, it's going to be worse and worse, the Obama-Biden line, and we don't know where it's going to go, maybe partnering with the Islamic regime. What the next administration needs to do, number one, is to address from the Oval Office the people of Iran. We have to speak with them, because once a U.S. president addresses a nation of 80 million people, he's going to have the biggest ally in the region, the Iranian people. Number two, he will have to receive the Iranian opposition. Most of the heavy lifting in Iran will be done by its people, not by us. Three, we need to stop sending the billions of dollars to this regime. This is another danger to us, to our national security. And obviously, we need to recreate that coalition that the Trump administration had formed in 2019 out of Warsaw. There was a Warsaw Alliance, all these countries isolating the regime. There is hundreds of points that the next administration can do, but we need to have a decision. We need to have a next administration.
Walid, we will leave it there. Iran, an imperialist republic, and U.S. policy is available now in bookstores and online. And you can catch the War and Freedom podcast with Walid Phares and Gazelle Shamad on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you, Walid.
Thank you.